80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When up and magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Pepper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. With that, let's get up to Buffalo for their home opener. Standing by for the call are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they could be well set up for the rest of the year.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. I thought the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there on the first play of the game. 48 yards. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And this is Parker, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in with the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Drake. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. This is how they'll line up on the defensive side for Buffalo. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
2nd and 2. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Albert Wilson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Oh, look at the starters defensively for the Dolphins. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
52 right here. Ricky.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. On the screen, this is Eckler. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And Beasley with it over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still 3rd down.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. From the gun, it's Allen. And that's complete to Croft. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. That is caught at the 7. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking.
And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. He doesn't need a lot of space for an electric run. He showed that there. Heck, they told us this week they were hoping he would break a big one. He just did.
And what did his offensive... I mean, remember we talked with the offensive line? And one of the guys, one of the stalwarts said, I don't even have to make a great block for him. I just breathe bad breath on the guy in front of me. Often that opens up enough space for him to go.
The extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing. And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll set up a throw. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And over the middle, this is Parker. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing right side. That's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down in the field of play. So they say no to the field goal try. And now time has run out on this first half. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And it's the Jets who have the lead in the second quarter. Quincy Enunwa, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And you can see there, it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Andrew Luck has thrown a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. The Vikes locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just one touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Gets around him. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. The Bills on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And here's Allen. From the gun, he'll throw. He hits Beasley right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Allen taking it himself. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now this time, Allen will throw. And this one caught by Beasley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And the kick by Butker is good. And the Bills have taken the lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend. Don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
Well, what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Check, 53, I got you.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Forced out to his left. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And Stills over the middle. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Ball start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10. Running, it's Drake. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
He may try and run for this. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Now Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now how about that? Rattled by a big play on the previous snap, they bounced back, and that's exactly what they needed defensively, getting a big play of their own.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Allen to throw. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 19. Back to throw. Allen. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this one is right down Broadway. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So the Dolphins now down on the scoreboard. 20 seconds to go. Now they need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Parker unable to get that one, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Over the middle here to Wilson. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot. So for the Bills, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.